I think we're all here. Others may be joining, but we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks for coming today. We have some delicious smelling things we're going to share with you today. And first off, I want to thank, as we always do, our sponsor, the Outreach and Online Education Office of Inclusion, Equity, and Diversity. We appreciate their sponsorship over the last few years. Today, I have someone with me. I think I mentioned it last time, but if you are new to World Kitchen, we have a different guest chef every month. And luckily for me, usually for the last couple of years, once the Hubert H. Humphrey Fellows arrive in town, they sign up to become my guest chefs over the school year. So I got very lucky in that my own Hubert H. Humphrey Fellow, Alexandra, is my first guest chef. So what that means is local residents can sign up to become the kind of host family. That doesn't mean they live with you. It just means that you're their friend in town. You help them out with things, getting to know the area. If you're doing something fun, you ask them to come along. Tomorrow, Alexandra and I are going to Falling Water. So we're going to go check that out with some other Humphreys as well. So anyway, Alexandra is here, as I said, as a Hubert H. Humphrey Fellow for the school year. And she's from Chile. And so she's going to make something already smells very, very good here. And I'm going to just let her take it away. So good luck.
So,
let me know.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Alexandra from Chile. Well, as Tamara said, I'm a Humphrey Fellow and I'm here for this whole year. I'm basically I'm a designer and master in international affairs. So all of this is very important for me. Sharing my own experiences and my home cooking. And what we're doing today is two things that are very typical from my country. One is a main course that we call Chupe de Jaiba. It's kind of a casserole, a crab casserole that we'll show you how to do it. And then the other thing is Alfajores. Alfajores is pastry. You usually get it, you can take it with some coffee or for a tea time, or maybe even as a dessert. And I'll start kind of explaining you where they come from. It's very typical from my country. So thank you for joining me. And I know many of my family and friends are here. So I thank you so much. We'll start with the alfajores because we're having kind of selected things to go in time. So we'll start with that. I know you have the recipes and we'll start with this. So we have this. This is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and we sieve it this way. I think we can do it this way, just that. And then we'll add, here we are. I'll put it here. And then we have, I forgot about something, but then we'll do it. You should always wear an apron. So I'm using my apron. Then we'll get the egg yolks. Well, the thing is we're starting doing this, even if it's the dessert, because we need this dough. We're preparing a dough and we need it to be ready by the end of the show. So that's why we're starting with it. We add the egg yolks and then we mix it with a fork, or it could be even our hands. But we'll start like this.
Is this something that you would typically have when you have folks over, or is this just a regular family dessert or item?
No, mainly, well, nowadays, probably you'll be doing this for a birthday party or for example, if you invite people to have tea, or have some, for example, for our Fiestas Patrias, which is kind of, it's on September 18th, where we celebrate our independence. We would usually have this kind of things at home. We can buy them because there are some pastry shops that can make it. They make them, or we can make that at home. They're very easy. And also they're kind of an expensive thing to make and bake at home, and very, very nice. So then, yeah, we already mixed the egg yolks and the flour. And then we'll add some more ingredients. Oh, we didn't do something. Maybe Tamara can help me. Melting butter.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we have it's 70 tablespoons of milk. So we add it. Then to have kind of a little bit of flavor, in this case, we usually do, we call it in Chile, aguardiente, which is a distilled thing. But we're having 1 teaspoon of apple vinegar that also can be replaced by orange juice, or even it could be brandy. We add it there. And then we're having some another teaspoon of unsalted butter. So that's how we do it. We start mixing it. We have the butter this way. And I think I'll need to, I'll still be working with my fork here. So we do this. And then you start seeing that everything is coming together.
So it gets kind of clumpy.
It gets kind of clumpy. And then I think you can use the KitchenAid to do this, or you can have some other thing, but I'll go with my hands.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Then we do this, and going to do something else now. And yeah, it's kind of a little bit dry, but we'll keep on adding a little bit of milk, and that's when we're gonna do the dough. But one other thing that we're doing now and preparing in advance is that by the end of this, we're preparing some milk fudge. The milk fudge, maybe we can open it now to show it.
So this is actually sweetened condensed
Yeah,
milk.
it's sweetened condensed milk. Manjar, we will make this little kind of biscuits, and then with this dough, and then we will kind of put manjar, which is milk fudge, or in Argentina, it will be called dulce de leche. And it looks like this. Here you are. And we're now preparing it. We're boiling 2 tins of condensed milk. It's been boiling for an hour and a half. It's about to be ready. So I think in 5 minutes, we can take it out. Maybe we can move the camera there.
This is fascinating.
So this is good.
Yeah, because I didn't know you could do this.
Yeah. Have you tried it? You can try it.
So yeah, how easy is it to make caramel sauce? You just boil the sweetened condensed milk.
You should try it.
Oh, that's a big spoon.
No, this is big, and it's very sweet. But so it depends on how much time you boil it. The color you get it. So this one is, I think it's gonna, the one we're boiling now, I think it's gonna turn kind of this color, this kind of a regular or medium caramel color. It could be darker or lighter. If it's lighter, it's gonna be less, how do you say?
Thick or
less thick.
Yeah.
But for preparing the alfajores, this texture, the one you saw, it's good because it won't kind of
it sticks to the spoon.
Yeah, it sticks to the spoon. Yeah, that will be
delicious.
It's delicious. And we usually, well, in Chile or in Latin American countries, it's very typical to have that. It's a thing that I told the alfajores are made. This is kind of it came from Spain. We all were colonized by Spanish people, so you can have alfajores and dulce de leche in countries are Argentina, Peru, Mexico, and some others. We have some differences. It could be because of the difference of the milk they use or the amount of sugar. You can also make this dulce de leche or manjar by having having a milk and sugar on a pot, and you kind of stir it for a long time, forever. So this is much easier. Or well, you can buy it in the supermarkets. I think, but I haven't tried it, that in supermarkets, just like Walmart and some others, the ones that are locally here, there is a brand called La Lechera, and they have some manjar or dulce de leche, but I haven't tried it. I think it could be a little bit liquid, but I
Mm.
haven't tried. So I'll go now with my hands, and I'll start working the dough, because when we have it, I have to like work with it, roll it, and knead it for about 10 minutes. So probably I don't know if we're going to get it to be knit, kind of work on it for 10 minutes, but I think we might do it. And then after we do this, we're going to have it in the fridge, with this plastic foil, no, not foil, the
Plastic wrap, cling film.
the
Yeah.
cling film for about, it could be for a half an hour, might work as well with 2 hours, or it can even stay in the fridge for 2 days.
Mhm.
And then so you can work this in advance, and for example, you make the dough, then the next day you can make the cookies or the little things, and then the day this thing is important, you will prepare this thing the day you cook them, and you put the dulce de leche between them, the layers, the kind of just before having them or eating them.
Mhm.
Because if not, they will get a little bit
Be
kind of
soggy.
soggy, and
Yeah.
so we're working on our dough.
Some of your family have already posted in the chat that they are very proud of you.
So thank you. I miss you, but I'm having such a great time in here.
So tell me a little bit about how you learned to do this and how you learned to cook. Was it
That's a good question. Well, this kind of different things. I usually got to see my mother and my father, but probably especially my father cooking. But I don't know if he cooks alfajores, but I think I learned making alfajores at school. I had a cooking class when I was probably I was a freshman or something. So I learned to bake, and there also I have the great example of my mother-in-law who has a bakery. So
nice.
yeah, so the standard is very high between
Yeah.
her and my father. And also I think some of my aunts are there. They're also very good at cooking. So kind of, yeah, and I love to cook. So yeah, I do it. I don't know if all the time, but yeah, I cook
So
quite often.
This is a fairly stiff dough.
Yeah,
right?
it is stiff.
It's pretty...
Look at this, and you knit it kind of for 10. I don't know if I'm doing it kind of the perfect way. It doesn't look, but it should be this. And there we'll have this kind of ball.
You just added enough milk so that all of the flour could be incorporated.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It doesn't stick to my hands.
Right.
And this is the way it should be.
Okay.
And yeah, we do this to have kind of, I don't know the exact, some people would say, no, you have to do it this because this procedure is good for something. I know I have to do it, but not exactly why.
Yeah, I always say for every dish there is out there, there are a million ways to do it because every cook, chef, whatever, does it in their own way.
Yeah. So I'll do this. Some people also do it just on top of the table or the kitchen table, but this is kind of cleaner. But I think maybe we can do, and
okay,
but we can, yeah, probably we're not making this for 10 minutes, but we can put now. So we make a little bowl now, and we'll have it here. We'll leave it in the fridge and now, well, we're just in time. Our condensed milk tins should be ready now. So we'll do this, and we'll put it in the fridge for kind of 10 minutes, and this will be good because we'll start doing something else. We have this, and I don't know if we can go to show, well, to make the condensed milk or the milk fudge, we should be very careful because they're tins. The first thing you have to do is, if you buy this tin, you have to remove the
label.
the labels, and then you need kind of a very big pot. You need to fill it with water. We put some kind of a, what is a kitchen towel beneath it for the tins not to move around. We filled it with water, and it has been, we put it to a high boil till it boils, and then it's been here for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So now it's ready. We'll turn it off.
All the way up.
We'll turn it off, and with very carefully, what we're going to do is remove the lid. And I would say would be, do you have some?
The hot pads?
The hot pads, thank you. I think it would be better to remove water and to remove the water first.
Oh, okay.
Because, or let me see if it's good. And then put the tins into, yeah, I think that, no, I think I can make it. We can remove the tins and we put them into cold water to stop the cooking. So we're here and we leave them till they're cold, and then you open it. You have to make sure that they're always covered with water, because if not, it could be they could even explode. So you have to be very careful about this. But we're good. We have the tins in the water. You can add some ice to them, and so it could get better. We can kind of move them too, and we can add a little bit more water, and they'll be good in about probably half an hour, they'll be cool enough to work with them or to have it. But if you have it kind of lukewarm, it could be very nice too, but kind of heavier. So we'll go, and now somewhere else, and we'll start making the main course.
Get some ice on this.
So now we're getting into the Chupe de Jaiba, which is so good. And we prepared everything in advance. They were so good because I have Tamara here and Alex, who's helping with the transmissions. And I have my friends, Arvik from Armenia and Kalaya from Thailand, who are kind of giving me moral support.
Yeah, the Humphrey program is amazing. Typically, there's anywhere from 10 to 15 some years fellows from a variety of countries around the world, and you don't know each other before you come, but by the time you have spent this school year together, you're quite a team, you know.
Yes, we have, and we have become very good friends, and we have just arrived from DC, which we were attending the Global Leadership Forum with like more than 140 fellows. Wow. So it was great meeting all of them. And yeah, so it just arrived from there. So it has been a very intense week, but a very good one. So we're missing the crab. I think that's the crab is in the fridge. Yeah. So good. Thank you. And I don't know where I left the knife.
The knife. I gotta put away. Oh, the big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we can do this. Yeah. Okay. So it's a very delicious dish. The pastel, we could call it like the jaiba casserole. We could call it pastel de jaiba or chupe de jaiba. Kind of the little differences, but it's the same thing. This is a dish that's called from Jaiba's crab. Here in the US, it would be something similar. Our crabs are similar to stone crab, and Tamara got it from Maine here. Yesterday, I was kind of preparing something. I did it with something else, but this is going to turn so much better than the thing I used here. What we usually do is I'll start with it. We'll start with the bread. We need 4 pieces of bread. It could be 3 of them. It depends on the size. And we'll add some milk to soak we'll soak this bread on milk with milk while we keep on doing the other stuff. So we might add a little bit more milk if sometimes, yeah, it's about half a cup. I'll add a little bit more.
So the milk is basically I mean, the bread, once you soak the bread, is that what's going to become the thickening of
Yeah,
the?
it's going to become the thickening.
Yeah.
So this is, well, it's made with crab, and what was the thing is, this is a dish or a main course you usually have by the seaside in restaurants. You can make it at home because it's very easy. It's not very difficult, but it's kind of nice going, for example, to the seaside and going to a restaurant by seeing the waves and the waves crashing on the rocks. And it's going to be, for example, doing this in this time of the year or by winter, because it's very kind of very hot dish, it's filling, comfort food. Yeah. It's very filling. Yeah. So it will be very, very nice having it during a cold day, and everybody really enjoys it. So the other thing we need is an onion. I already chopped a big onion, not a big one, a medium one. So now we're chopping the little onion. I'm not an expert in chopping, but will do my best.
While you're doing that, let's see. David says he wants some manjar.
Yeah.
Sergio says, I can't read it. Bien
Sergio.
Comado? Bien Comado?
What does he say? It's
QUE.
Bien. He likes it very kind of burned out, very dark.
Okay.
But Sergio, so good that you're here. He's a dear friend of my father.
Okay. Yeah. Vivienne says, what a beautiful bilingual cook. Rosemary says they also call it crab chowder.
Yeah, could be.
Sebastian says, greetings, it looks amazing.
That's one of my fellows.
And Joaquin wrote something I cannot read.
This menu kind of makes our mouth melt or something like that. Thank you, Joaquin. Oh, so good. It's so good cooking with such great company.
Yeah, we have a lot of folks here in the kitchen that you can't see, just waiting for this to all be finished so we can all try it, right?
No, you're going to be amazed on how easy it can be. So now I'll stop. Well, I'm not a perfect chopper. I'm not a chef. We have in my husband's family, there are lots of chefs and they're so good at cooking. Yeah. But when I finish this, I will show you what we're doing. Well, we're soaking the bread. Then we have the crab, this beautiful crab from Maine that we shredded it kind of in tiny little pieces. So it will kind of be very well prepared. So
I think here locally, if you're trying to cook along, or if you're planning to try to create this later, you can always get the imitation crab, but as you said, it doesn't quite do the same.
It doesn't get the same flavor. I tried it because I was kind of practicing yesterday, and I got kind of the fake crab. It turned out good. It was good, but yeah, you won't get the same flavor as with doing it with actual crab.
Yeah, and so
fresh one.
We have a local shop here in State College that brings in fresh seafood twice a week from Maine, and so that is where I picked this up. It's called Maine Bay and Berry, and they're wonderful, and the seafood there is so fresh and so delicious.
So we have enough onion. We have, so everything is prepared over here. Everything's ready. We have we're going to do this before we get done. I'm going to kind of mash up the bread soaked in milk.
Okay.
So you get it into like tiny little pieces, kind of like puree or a mashed bread. It should be kind of very lightly done. And this kind of bread is the one that's good because it's very soft and it works very well.
Just plain sandwich bread.
Just plain sandwich bread. It should be white bread, probably not wheat bread.
Yeah. David says he's going to be waiting for crab pie when you come back to Chile.
Yeah, I will.
And he says you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And Diego sends you a big kiss.
Oh, Diego, how are you? I'm doing so well here. Hola, Diego, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, he's my niece, one of my nephew. He's one of my nephews. Yeah. So there we are. We have kind of the bread,
Mushy bread, but I'm
mushy
sure it's
bread.
gonna taste delicious.
And if I have added too much milk, you should kind of remove it.
Okay.
If there was kind of
if it was standing in the milk,
yeah, it shouldn't kind of. So now I'm gonna get this out. Now we have things ready to go. So I've lost the recipe, but well, we have the crab. This kind of almost a pound of crab. These are the 4 mashed. This is good. Okay. The four pieces of sandwich bread. There we have some half a little bit more, but you can always add some more ingredients. This is kind of fish broth. This is heavy cream. Then we have some oil and butter where we're gonna fry the onions and a little bit of garlic. And then we have salt, pepper, paprika, sweet paprika, like this one. And I have kind of a special ingredient that is merquén. Merquén is dried and smoked chili peppers from Chile. This is kind of typical from the southern region, and it's kind of based as part of Mapuche ingredients for the Mapuches are local people from the country.
Just opening the lid,
yeah,
you can smell it. It's amazing.
It has an amazing smell and
can
taste.
People find that locally, or where would you get this? Maybe
I brought it from Chile.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get it here. But we can check it out. Well, it could be kind of it's a chili pepper, but the special thing is that it's smoked,
right?
And it's hot, but not as hot as a jalapeno. But yeah, but it would be good. So we'll put this at the end of the recipe. Okay. So we already have everything going. So we go to do the cooking. Here we are, and this is very important. We start by melting butter.
I already turned it on to get it warm.
Yeah,
for you.
thank you so much. So we'll start by melting some butter. I'll put a little bit of oil too, and then we'll go with the onions. That's so good. And the amazing thing of this, it's that when you have all the ingredients, it's kind of very easy, and it's a very tasty food. You can have it on your own. Some people will do it with some, yeah, it's good. Some people will do it with some, you could have a side salad, but probably you just eat that. And if you like having some wine with the garlic, if you like something, this would go very well with a white wine. Yeah, so a white and cold white wine will match very perfectly to have this dish, and then you will have a nice dessert. We could have those alfajores or some other dessert, a sweet one. We're very good at sweets in my country.
Someone's asking, what kind of fresh chili would be best to use if you're going to smoke them yourself?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
Probably, well, there are red peppers.
Okay.
I don't know.
Like a red chili pepper?
A red chili pepper would do.
Yeah.
Because they look kind of. So we'll kind of have this onion being kind of stirred for about 5 minutes, and the onion on the garlic, and then we'll leave it for a couple of minutes until it's golden brown. So it starts kind of smelling, and
so what exciting things have you done since you arrived here? You arrived in August, right?
Oh yeah, I arrived a little bit more than 2 months ago. So yeah, well, I arrived and I've been living in campus for the last 2 months, but I've been doing such amazing things, such as meeting my fellows. My fellows are from different parts of the world, so we're a group of 10 people that are from Hungary, Armenia, Thailand, Papua New Guinea. That we are 4 Latins, one me from Chile, Ecuador, Panama, and Costa Rica. And then there's one from Kenya and another from Nigeria. So it's been kind of wonderful meeting all of them. And as Hubert Humphrey Fellows, we have come on a program where we work. We have a seminar, the Humphrey seminars, and it's about leadership, and then we take some classes in the university at Pennsylvania State University, and I'm taking some classes on higher no, it's leadership and higher administration, and the other one is on mobility, like social mobility on higher education too. So I'm taking those 2 courses, which are so interesting and so nice. And we're also doing some volunteering and also meeting lots of people around. So now one of the other components is them working. I started working a few kind of last week on the College of Engineering and the Global Engineering Engagement Program, which is the one that makes students go abroad and make different international programs as part of their curriculum, or as external on some other kind of academic experiences. So I'm working with them. But the other thing that we've been doing and I've been doing was we've been traveling around. So I've already gone to have some meetings in New York and visit some friends. I went upstate New York to Chatham to see a dear friend of mine. We've been going to Pittsburgh, Niagara Falls. We spent last week in DC, but we also visited and we stayed in Old Town Alexandria, which is a beautiful place to visit. Besides going to all the monuments and all the museums, or many of the museums in DC. So that has been so good till now. And yeah, and meeting lots of people around here and going to exhibitions, making some sports, walking a lot. I am in this beautiful campus. You can't imagine the ones who haven't been here. Penn State campus at University Park is such a beautiful place to be. There's lots of trees. The landscaping is beautiful. The whole area is beautiful. And now we're very lucky. It's autumn and the foliage is turning red, like all the shades of yellow, greens, yellows, reds, oranges. So it's so beautiful. So yeah, it's kind of we've been busy doing so many things, but having such a good time. Yeah, I think we're almost ready with this. I'll we'll take a minute, an extra minute, and then we'll start putting in the crab. When you do we have the oven turned on? Yeah. So
is what you're doing here right now related to what you do when you're in Chile?
Yeah, well, at some point, yeah, it is. I work in the School of Design from DUOC. DUOC is a large institution of professional education. And what I've been doing over the last 12 years is on international relations affairs for my school. So I've been working in kind of 2 different areas. One is international accreditation, which is we've been working with an American agency for doing that. So it's about the quality of the education we have in what we provide for our students. And then the other thing is I've been working on building new opportunities on international programs. They could be short courses abroad, it could be exchange programs, working in projects, like collaborative projects. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'm getting into here at being in Penn State. Yeah.
Okay. Carolina says, you might not know this, but Alexandra has a talent for making a party out of whatever is in the fridge, especially her rich desserts. Very rich and ricos.
Ricos is very nice and very rich. They could be
Okay.
very rich. Thank you, Carolina. Yeah, it's a very good friend of mine. And I love to have people coming around and hanging around with family and friends. So and if I have an avocado, I could make amazing and lots of sandwiches too.
Also, Alan says, nice menu. He hopes you will agree to prepare this for the next family Christmas gathering.
Oh, yeah, but that will have to be on 2025, but I will be there. Yeah. So now, well, I added now the crab. So we'll have it here just for about a couple of minutes, just to cook it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll go, let me see.
And as she
Let
said,
me check the recipe, not to be, because I don't know it by heart, but
as you said, this is a nice lump crab that we got at Main Bay and Berry, and it was easy to just shred it apart.
Yeah,
it was pre-cooked and shredded.
Then we're adding the broth, the fish broth. Probably if you don't find fish broth, it could be good if you have chicken broth. It's not going to be the same, but
I mean, I just found this here, like I left it over here so we could show. We got the seafood broth just at Wegmans, so it is in the broth section at Wegmans if you're local.
Yeah, so then we'll be cooking it. It's good. I'll go a little bit down with the temperature. It's this works well, not with high temperature. It's gonna be medium, not to burn, not the onions or the crab. So we added this broth, and we lowered the heat to medium because when we had the onions, it was a little bit higher. Now we had with the broth, sorry, we lowered the temperature. So it's going to be cooking there for a couple of minutes. And now we're adding the soaked bread, just like this. And we just add it to this mixture. So it's also kind of the milk is being cooked too. And we mixed it. And if, as I told before, if there was any kind of extra milk in your container, bowl, or whatever, you discard it. You don't want this to be too milky or too kind of liquid. And then you start doing this. So we have it for a little bit. And then we're starting doing and adding the rest of the ingredients. Now it's kind of a thick paste with a little chunks. We'll add this heavy cream, which would give a very nice flavor and consistency to it. You know, it's not very diet thing to eat, but it's so good. You would all love it. So whenever we should try it, I'll get a little spoon because you should try it before putting or adding salt, paprika, and pepper, just to kind of know if it's not raw or doesn't kind of taste raw. It's so good. We'll have it for a little bit more time, and we'll start adding some salt. It depends on how salty the crab is already a little bit salty, but crab meat is very light. So we add this, and then we'll get to add some paprika, sweet paprika. Added a little bit of color and sweetness. And then we'll end up by adding some grounded pepper. Usually it's black pepper.
It smells so good.
It is. You want to try it?
No,
You
I'll try
should.
it when it's ready.
Yeah, so we add some. It depends on how do you like it, but
Mhm.
some people would add some, and then we'll try it again to see if the
We're supposed to butter our dish. We didn't do that.
oh, we didn't do it.
Yeah, so let's get.
Yeah, that could be good. Thank you. And I'll get another little spoon to try the taste of this. And what the good thing about it is when it's ready, we put it in a baking, it could be a baking dish, or if you're in Chile if you have some clay casseroles, it will be very good to have them in that because it kind of enhances flavor and they look very nice. That's
Yeah.
the way we would do it in our country.
Unfortunately, I didn't have one of those available, so we're just.
No, but
using a
it's
regular-
fine. It's fine. They use this one with the salt.
Yeah, sure.
I'll add a little, no, it's too much. I'll add some more salt. Finish the taste of it. Some little bit of paprika. I wasn't very generous on adding condiments. So look, if you look at this, it looks kind of ready. It's kind of thick, but not dry. And what we have is we preheated the oven to 400 degrees.
Mhm.
And now we have this baking dish and we add it to it. Is it good this way? Because
Yeah,
I'm a
that's
little.
Yeah.
So
So while you're adding that in, Sharon says you're a great teacher. You taught your goddaughter Elena cooking in your
Oh.
family bake shop.
yes, yeah. Hi, Elena, and hi, Sharon. Miss
And,
you.
and Joaquin says, "Hi, Mom. Your son sends you regards." Canelita too.
Canelita is my in-laws dog.
Oh,
So yeah, so
and your in-laws are
Yeah.
happy to see you.
so good. Yeah, so just kind of turned off
Okay.
the fire. We have our super nice thing over here. And what we add, we can do it both ways. This is Parmesan cheese. It's kind of 100 grams. That would be a quarter pound or a little bit less than that. So we'll add this Parmigiano cheese. It could be kind of the ones you find in the store already grated, or you can grate some Parmigiano cheese. And we'll put this into the oven for 12 to 15 minutes, not more than
Wow,
that.
okay.
It's I think we're good. And we'll add, we have some special treat to add to this. We'll add a little bit of this. This is merquén. We'll add it a little bit because it's hot, but it'll have some nice flavor added to it. And then
Beautiful.
it's beautiful. And we let it kind of bake in the oven and the cheese to be melted. But we have those crab of
Oh, did you put them in before it's cooked or after?
we should put it in them after.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at the end of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
So put this in the oven?
we'll put
Yeah.
it in.
We'll just, I'll take it for you.
Yeah,
And
thank
you
you.
can go ahead and.
So we go ahead and we'll
move
go back.
over.
We'll go back to preparing some of the things that will be so good. Shall we go to the?
Yeah, I'll get the dough out for you.
We'll get the dough. So we have parchment paper, and we have, I wash my hands. So we have this. So here is the dough. So you put it in the refrigerator to be a little bit more firm. So this will be good for about 40 cookies or a little bit more. So I'll divide it in 2 pieces. And do you have the flour? Because
Yes.
we probably need some more flour. So we sprinkle, here you are, we sprinkle it, or we put some flour into the roll, and then we start rolling. Then we should have our oven into 300 and 500 degrees. In Chile, that will be 180 Celsius degrees. That's usually what you make for baking. And yeah, I hope I don't kind of fight too much with the dough, but it should be kind of we roll it till it's about 2 millimeters or very thin.
Your
2
family
millimeters.
Your family thinks that you should take over my show and be on TV. So when you go back, that's your new job. Is you're gonna have a
Maybe.
TV show for
That could be
cooking.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to turn out after being a Humphrey Fellow. I could do anything. So we roll it.
After tomorrow, when we go to Falling Water, you may decide to go back to architecture, right?
Could be. I'm a designer, but I studied a year and a half to be an architect. And my husband is an architect,
Right.
and my youngest son is studying to be an architect. So, you know, I like this very much, and we're going with some friends too, and some fellows from other schools that we met in DC. They were so thrilled that we were going there. I met some architects and urbanists, and they said, "No, you're going to follow." They couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And it's supposed that we're going in the best time of the year to see Falling Water House. Falling Water House, for the ones who don't know, is one of the most important buildings made by Frank Lloyd Wright, the famous American architect. He's the same one who built the Guggenheim Museum in New York, some houses near Chicago, and also he built, now it's becoming again kind of famous, the Tokyo Hotel. It's a hotel built in Tokyo. That was the old building that didn't come down after a big earthquake, but it was demolished kind of to do something different. It's very interesting, and the details he used to, one of his kind of first big work. But yeah, it's not every, but the amount of details it had, kind of Oriental and Asian things, and then they got them back to the US.
So you're rolling that pretty thin.
Yeah, it's very thin.
Mhm.
It's very thin. And when we're done, we can use a cookie cutter, a round cookie cutter, or we also could use glass, just something that we can use. Be sure also to have a fork, because we will need to pinch them, because if not, they'll be kind of inflated. There, it does nothing happens to that, but it's not that good. So we have this already made. I think it's pretty thin.
Yeah.
Can do a little bit more. And we have these cookie sheets ready to go to the oven. So this will be one of the first. I don't know if we're going to make much, try to do much or many others, but I think this will be fine.
Yeah.
To show you what it's all about. So we have this glass that's about 2 inches diameter, and we'll start kind of cutting them this way. Make sure you have kind of take advantage of the whole dough, and then you can use whatever is left. So we'll do this, and then we'll put them in the oven for about 12. It depends on the oven. Could be 12 to 15 minutes until they're golden and they look crispy. They'll always be kind of flat. they don't grow. We didn't use any baking powder or anything, so it should be flat. And there we are. So I think we'll get some, oops, that doesn't turn well. And then we'll roll again. This one, yeah, we can cut it with our hands. It's not bad. In the middle, it got a little bit thicker. So we'll do it again. You have to put some pressure on the roller, and then it would be easier to have it a very thin layer. So we'll have a look, and yeah, you can do a lot of them with kind of just 2 full cups of flour. It's not too much. Very simple, very easy, and very, very nice. And we'll start rolling again. Some people get them very, very, very thin, and they'll be super nice. Oops. Make sure it doesn't happen this, because it's kind of folded here. I got a fold, so I'll try to manage it. It didn't. And then we'll have some more, but I think we can start doing this. They don't grow, so they could be very close together. And I think we'll be done with this amount. Well, maybe we can have these 2. This, and we're going to pinch them. So if we're getting here, we got 15 of them. We should make an even number, and we'll have 16, and then we have 8 out of this baking sheet. But we have to make sure that we do, because the other day I cooked this and I forgot about this, and they kind of get balloons, like puffed up. Yeah. So we do this and this, and here we go. Can be 2 or 3 pinches. You can make them even smaller than this or bigger. It depends on you, but this is a nice size.
Okay.
And there we go. And yeah,
we'll pop these in the oven.
We'll put this in the oven, and they'll be ready to go. And now I have, again, this amount of dough, and we can roll it again. Yeah? So I don't know how many minutes
We've got 7 minutes left on the casserole.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I can still do this, or we can talk about what we're doing. And I don't know, about the timing.
Since I've never been to Chile, I'm kind of interested in knowing a little bit more about the country. So I know that it's a sort of a narrow country, right? It's long Chile, and narrow.
Yeah, Chile is a country in South America. It's a very long and narrow country. Some people have asked me if we are called Chile because it looks like a chili pepper, but we're not. Chile is an indigenous word. There's not a kind of official meaning to it, but some say there's because of some people, indigenous people that lived in the north, and they called a bird that kind of sang chili, chili, or something like that. There are some others that say the Aymaras had the word chili from the upper mountains and the cold and the snow. And there's some other people that say, or investigators or researchers that say it could be a Mapuche word. The Mapuche are the kind of the indigenous people from our country, from most of the part of the country. And it's about people from the south or even people from the earth. Yeah. Well, South America is a continent, and we are in the kind of southern part of it. Chile is limited in the north by Peru, Bolivia up north, and Argentina, but we're just in between the Pacific Ocean and the Andes Mountains. So it's a country full of mountains all over the place. Cities are at least, many of them 600. It's kind of, no, it's more than it's 600 meters above the sea, as in Santiago. And it's a country that was kind of discovered by the Spanish people when they get to South America. And well, we have been kind of being independent from the Spanish people since the beginning of the 19th century. Nowadays, we're a republic, Democrat republic. We have almost or a little bit more than 18 million people living in the country. Immigration has grown bigger over the last years. We're also a country which its economy is based on minerals, services, agriculture mainly. Those are the kind of the industries that make the biggest incomes for our local income in the country. It's a beautiful place you can visit, all visit, because of the mountains and the sea. So it has been declared kind of the best destination for outdoor travel or tourism, because you can go and hike the mountains, go skiing, go to the desert, to the lakes, see glaciers. So it's, yeah, I would really recommend you or all of you going there, have a nice trip. And yeah, you could start up north. Yeah, you could start in Santiago, which is our capital. Then you can go to Valparaíso, which is it's an old port, and Viña del Mar was where I live. And then you can take airplanes to get to the desert of Atacama. The desert of Atacama is the driest one in the earth, and which is beautiful. It's amazing landscapes, so beautiful. You can, well, go and see the mountains, and also you can go down south to the Lake District, which is kind of looks like Pennsylvania. This area in Pennsylvania, it's beautiful, full of forests, lakes, and a very nice place to be during the summer.
I was gonna say, so what are the different seasons like there?
No, we usually have 4 seasons, very, very kind of marked. So we have mainly in the central region, we'll have a very nice, hot and could be very dry summer. Then we have an autumn, kind of mild, just like the one we're having here. Then this winter, but it's a mild winter. It's not as here in Pennsylvania. We don't have, we could be from, I usually forget about Fahrenheit temperatures, but it's not as cold as here. And probably our winter would be like 2 weeks ago, like cold, but that will be. And we'll have that. And then we'll have a beautiful spring where everybody goes out, and we have kind of the best time ever. And when it's the time where we celebrate our kind of national holiday, so everybody also goes out on kind of a week of vacation. But yeah, but it's a very nice thing. Or it's a very kind of the best time of the year to be out and that. So I think we're getting ready. Are we getting ready? How does it look?
Not quite brown. You want to brown it a little.
Yeah, maybe you can brown it from the above. If we're looking at the casserole, and if it's not brown on top, or the cheese hasn't melted, you can broil it.
Yeah,
you can turn your kind of fire or the electric wires into broiling, and we'll get it, and it would take probably 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, I got the broiler on. It should be.
Yeah. So, and also when you know when it's ready, when you start kind of feeling kind of bubbles coming in, because it's going to be hot. And I think we're about to be ready. And we'll have also our thin layers of alfajores. And the next thing we'll do also, we'll have that. And then we can have some delicious crab casserole, and we also can have this dessert or some sweet appetizer by the end. So there we go. I'm taking my time to take advantage of this part. We will still have lots of dough to do, but we won't do it on camera. But yeah, so people could have 1 or 2 of them. If you have a very good sweet tooth, you can have 3 or maybe 4, but yeah, kind of 2 will be so good. Some people also kind of cover them with chocolate, the alfajores,
Ooh.
or they get some coconut, kind of shredded coconut, and put it. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, it's getting good. It's starting to get brown, and it will look so good. And what else? This is so much. This is fun. I'm having lots of fun being here.
Couple more minutes. So I think you told me that your family's gonna come visit, right?
Yes, they're coming. They're arriving on December 21st.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
So we're looking forward to what our plans. We're going to meet in New York City, and yeah, we're still planning some things. So I'm very happy about that. Showing things around, but before that, kind of seeing them. I've been here for the last 2 months. It's going to be 4 months when we meet again.
Yeah.
So I'll be so happy to do that. I'm looking forward.
Are you gonna be able to bring them here?
I'm looking, I might bring them here because it would be very nice for all of you to know where I've been living, to learn more from Pennsylvania, and to, oh, that's turned out so good. And look at this. Look at, we should,
Alex, let's go to the overhead.
we're going to overhead. You can come here and you can help me with this. You don't know how nice this looks like, but we're adding something else. This is a surprise.
It's very warm.
Yeah, it's very warm. Yeah, you should take care about. And we have this, how do you call them? This crab claws, and we'll put them here kind of to decorate our super nice dish. If you want to have the meat from inside the crab claw, you have to have kind of a nutcracker or something like that
Get open.
to open them. But we already tried a piece of that, and the meat was so good. So we can have it. Yeah, we can have it. I'm decorating this. But
Design it. You're a designer.
I'm a designer, so I'm trying to make it look beautiful. Design is not only about beauty, it's about function,
Yes.
but it's also about beauty. Beauty can be everywhere. It can be when you cook something, it could be in a landscape, there could be in how you dress. So beauty is all around you.
All right.
So it looks so yummy.
We will be happy to taste it once it cools a little bit.
It's gonna cool down, and we're looking at our little.
Are they supposed to brown, or are they?
A little bit. Are they?
No, not yet.
We should wait for a couple of minutes, and I'll go and get.
This is where we are right now.
Could be maybe you can broil in them a little bit, and we could, yeah. I think we have 2 minutes to go with them.
Okay.
And maybe we can have Tamara, we'll need is, yeah, we have this. Do you have a dish or a plate where we can put our little things? So now, yeah, this is, you can do it like this in a big kind of baking dish, but you can have it in like little casseroles. This was good for 4 to 6 servings. So you have a kind of nice dish or a nice meal for your friends, your family. And then, yeah, what we're waiting now is to get the little alfajores or the layers getting ready to use them and to prepare them, which is very, very easy. Not yet?
Not quite.
Not quite.
So would you use that exactly like this, or?
No, we use it exactly like this. And what we can do while we're waiting is open one of the other tins.
Oh, yes.
This, I hope it's gonna be a little bit different. This one, I had baked it, or kind of, no, boiled it for around an hour 45, and it was another brand. So sometimes you could get some differences between different brands. Now Tamara is going to help me. It's going to help me with opening the new tin, the one that we already prepared. It should be very nice.
Oh, yeah, I think it might be a little bit lighter.
It's lighter.
Yeah.
We got, look, One was for probably an hour 30 minutes, and this one was the one on my left right hand was about an hour 45 minutes. So it's a little bit lighter,
Mhm.
but you can have it lighter too. Though they got so good. Look, we have our little alfajores. Look at them. So
So would you do this when they're really hot, or would you?
no, we could wait a little
Yeah.
bit, but yeah, we could.
now?
Yeah, but it's good for now. So you have this little kind of biscuits. We're going to put them here just to, we should wait for them to be cool, but we're going to start preparing them. So what will we do? We have this. Look at how it is. This is kind of a paste. You can mix it a little bit.
This is actually very bad that I know this now, because
You will love it.
oh my gosh.
No,
I can
this is
see
so good.
for so many
No,
recipes.
You know,
Yeah.
in Chile, we're very good at sweets. So we could have even cakes, kind of birthday cakes made of these layers, but this size.
Yeah.
They might be from when the cake is done, they usually have more butter on that.
Mm.
But would have kind of these kind of cookies or layers this size,
Mhm.
and you would have kind of layer after layer
Oh.
with this.
Mm.
That's my favorite cake ever,
Yeah.
ever. Yeah. So look, this is a little
Well,
bit
for the
more.
Christmas party for the Humphreys, you come over here and we'll make one of those.
Well, I have to ask for the recipe. We
Okay.
can make it, but it's very sweet. Not look. So then you have one of these layers. You put some manjar or dulce de leche or milk fudge, and then look. It's kind of
Oh, it's
it's
beautiful.
It's beautiful, and then you put another layer. So this one, sorry, it's kind of thicker.
Yeah.
So this won't kind of melt from the cookies. You put kind of a spoonful, a teaspoon, and then you just like do this.
Oh wow.
And then you serve them.
So Sarah, you do boil the can closed. You just take the label off, cover it with water plus an inch or two above the can to make sure that the can is fully submerged, and then you boil it. We brought it to a hard rolling boil, and then we turned it down slightly, but it's still boiling a little bit. And then, as she said, depending on how long you boil it, the darker it gets.
But look, the one that we made not just now was an hour and 30 minutes. It's kind of probably is not sticky enough or not kind of dense enough, but it's I like it this way, but it's probably not the perfect way to do this. So yeah, for doing this, an hour 45 minutes would be great. But you can add this. You can even have some, people in Chile, probably kids, and you can have some bread and kind of toasted bread with some of these, and it's so good. Oh. Or you can have some pancakes filled with them. Oh my gosh, this is good. Or you can have these manjar over griddle cakes, over waffles. Oh, they're so good. Yeah. So that's why we do, at least at home, every kind of weekend. We usually had since I was a kid, we had waffles or griddle cakes, and we usually had them with this, and it's so good. Or you can even kind of put it in the kind of melted a little bit on the microwave, and you can add it to beautiful vanilla ice cream. Ooh, so wow, this is perfect. Yeah. So yeah, there we go.
So I think what we'd like to do is just show everyone what this looks like if we dish a little bit up, right?
Ah, this one, sorry. Yeah. Look how it looks.
Oh, boy.
Look. Yeah, look at this. Isn't it nice?
Oh gosh, it smells amazing. Yes.
And what you can use at the end is, while you serve it, you can kind of fix if you need some more pepper or whatever you want. And you can also kind of squeeze some lemon juice over it, yes, if you like it. So it's good anything. But you see, it's a beautiful dish. It's a beautiful kind of main course. And this is a perfect thing to finish it with a cup of coffee, and that will be so good. Yeah. You must try it.
All right, I'm going to try one of these.
You should.
Oh.
How are they?
Oh, amazing. You try one too.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm trying one.
It's because it's sweet, but there's another flavor to it. I put my finger on it, but it is
Because
it's so good.
The dough is kind of neutral.
Mhm.
So it kind of gives up the flavor, the milk fudge flavor,
Mhm.
which is very sweet.
Amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. I
No,
know
thank you for inviting me.
I know everyone in Chile is so proud of you. They've been telling us how proud they are. We'll print that all out for you.
I'm saying hi to everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been amazing to have Alexander here. I'm looking forward to tomorrow to going to
Mhm.
Falling Water with you and the other Humphreys. Next month, the next World Kitchen is coming up very quickly. November 10th, we will be doing I don't know how to explain it. It's from Ecuador, correct?
Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian from Ecuador. And we're going to be making these amazing little pastries for Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
And so they're beautiful. They're amazing. I can't wait to
Yeah.
have him here to make those as well.
He's
so
getting prepared to
Yeah.
do his guagua de pan.
So keep an eye on our website. It's already up, actually. They my team already got that up. So go ahead and sign up for November 10th, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks for that one.
See you soon, and thank you so much for bringing me here.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Videos like this are made possible by support from viewers like you. If you enjoyed this video, visit wpsu.org to become a member today and help us create more content like this.